We have a boy who is being trapped in a large area of soft mud. So a man rescues the boy by crawling across a long light board instead of walking. So by crawling across the long light board, he is actually spreading his weight on the board. So he increased the surface area in contact. And we look at the pressure formula is actually equal to force over area. So the force is unchanged because the force that is experiencing is its own weight, so it remains unchanged. And the area now, he is resting over a larger area, so the pressure should decrease. Okay, so when the pressure decreases, it minimizes the effect of him sinking into the soft mud. So the answer should be C. Okay, we are calculating the pressure of the liquid. So it's very simple, we just use the formula. Pressure of liquid is equal to the height times the density times the gravitational field strength. So the height is 0.2, density is 1100, and the gravitational field strength is 10. So the pressure will be 2200 Pascal. Answer C. This is a question on Brownian motion. So when you look through the microscope, you see the bright specks of particles that are moving around. So these are actually the smoke particles, and they are moving randomly because they are being constantly bombarded by the air molecules. And since the air molecules, they move in random order, when they bombard the smoke particles will exhibit the same random movement. Okay, so the answer should be A. We are looking at the properties of solid, liquid and gases, so we can just go through the 4 options. Okay, option A, we are talking about melting point, so we can just draw a number line. Okay, if the melting point is here, MP, and the boiling point is here. So anything that is below the melting point has to be solid, above the melting point it has to be liquid, and above the boiling point is to be gas. Okay, so now let's look at the first option. A solid is below its melting point, that is correct. A liquid is above the melting point, also correct. And a gas is above the boiling point, so it must be above the melting point. So A is our answer. Okay, option B, solid does not flow, this is correct. A liquid flows, this is correct. And a gas also flow. That is why liquid and gas, they are called fluids. So option B is wrong. Okay, solid takes the container shape. This is not correct. A solid has its own shape. And liquid does not take the container shape. Okay, this is wrong. Gas takes the shape of its container. This is correct. Okay, so this is option C is wrong. Okay, option D. A solid has a crystal structure. Okay, this is correct because the solid has its particle arranged in a very orderly manner, and they are very close together, so it forms the crystal structure. Whereas for liquid and gases, right, the particles are free to move around the object itself, so they have no crystal structure. Okay. So B, C and D are wrong. Okay, when there is a change in temperature of the liquid in glass thermometer, what happens is that there will be a change in the volume of the liquid. Okay, so this one will change. So then after that we look at the mass. The mass will not change because the mass is the amount of substance in the liquid. So there is no addition and there is no removal of the liquid. So the mass will stay constant. And we know that density is actually the mass over volume. So although the mass remains the same but the volume changes, so the density should change as well. So in this case, the answer should be D.